And welcome everyone to another episode of Flames and the Divine. We've been off the main story for a couple weeks. In light of that, I will not be changing into the procedures in any way whatsoever. So, Talos, what happened in last time with the main party?
Uh, well, for the main party, what ended up happening was we went through the valley on foot after a bit of hoof travel from the city. Ran into some what can be described as giant ants from Australia, and after that, we found a temple that seemed to have been invisible because Talus didn't remember seeing it last time he was there, and we ransacked the place, left and completely avoided the giant nest of those giant ants that were out front. And now we're here talking to the matron about going to the plateau. Oh yeah, and Rudy's brother is here, and she's not happy about it.
Zillow is ecstatic.
Yeah. Well, less so, I imagine, now that you've interacted with him. So
She's still ecstatic for other reasons.
Well, in any case, Ace, you left off. You left off on it up in the middle of the conversation with at the clan matron, and she told you that basically the Gorskal Knoll pack had set up in the temple you need to get to, and if you intend to go there, then okay. Hey, she's like looking at you all like she clearly he sees this as a probable suicide mission. What do you need?
Well, I suppose. Well, I suppose for starters, if we could stay here, if we could use this as a sort of base while we investigate the ruins.
This is your home, Talos. You do not need my permission to stay here.
I'm aware. Just know that we would probably need the provisions in order to get ourselves ready.
Yes.
We can compensate, say if need be.
With what? Do you know we have no use for money?
Well, I'm sure my companions and I can be put to work doing some chores once we get back.
We'll see. Hmm. Beyond that, I'm willing to, I am, well, we can discuss that later. For now, I have some people to talk to about this. And for now, your brother and sister are right down the hill. Go see them.
I probably shouldn't I?
Yes.
All right. Well, I suppose. Well, he turns to the rest of the party and he says, "I suppose it's only right I show you where I grew up, since we are here, and introduce you to my family."
Hmm. Yeah, I guess I won't scout around a bit. There's no reason to.
Believe me, you'll probably get lost.
Lead the way.
Yeah, like, yeah. The tent city you're in is enormous. Like, you're like what you're seeing here. That's just the part that touches the river. Yeah.
But yeah, Talus looks to Zero and he gives a small bow as thank you for allowing my friends to stay, Matron Ziora.
She nods. See that they mind themselves. I don't. I don't want to tie. I was tying Else to the post would attract unwanted attention.
I understand. I'll try and make sure that they stay on their best behavior.
Tilo just smiles.
Rudy just stares at the lioness.
And like she Zero like stares back.
She's good at doing that. I think they're sizing each other up.
No, it was just that's Rudy was looking at them, you know. I was
Yeah.
just flavoring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Talos is just joking a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that, Talos leads everyone down. Oh yeah, by the way, Heaven, you're muted in case you wanted to say anything.
Anything to say.
Pan?
I didn't have anything to say.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Right.
Talos leads everyone down the hill. He gives Bundy a small pat on the ridge of his nose and proceeds down. Talos takes in a deep breath and okay then. And he leads everyone around over to here.
And as he leads you all around, well, you see, first, next to this tent, you see one of the large blue birds that you see just around in places. Axe beaks, some of you know them to be called. On there, that are favored, you gather by this pride as mounts. Next to him is a male Leonin, like a little bit like a slight about the same size as Talos, a little bit shorter, a little bit stockier. You see this guy.
You notice Talos seems to go a little quiet from him, like he's not really sure what to say as he just looks the Leonin up and down.
He's not noticed you. Yeah, he has not noticed you yet. Like he's busy like taking care of the axe beak. I said my goodness sake, I said I would have the meat eat you by this afternoon. Talos?
Malak.
Talos! And he just pulls you into a bone-crushing hug.
Oh god! Stop!
Yeah, like, okay, how many of you have seen like, okay, I know you've seen If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device. This is a Vulcan hug.
Oh boy.
Finally, he decided to drop by. You never right. You never ever right. Like, by the way, all this entire conversation is happening in Leonin, by the way. So the rest of you can't really understand this.
Yeah, Talos just he looks like he's about ready to pass out from the hug, and he says, "Well, hard to find people who would travel here to deliver a message."
What? Really? Like he just like he eases up a little bit at this point.
I think I saw I think I saw grandmother and grandfather for a moment there.
Haven't used the healing word on Talos.
Actually, you know what? Sure, let's see how much damage that did. Okay, so yeah, you take 7 hug damage.
What a hug.
Fucking hell.
That would have killed Hope.
And I restored 5.
He coughs a little and he says, "Thank you, Evan."
And, and then he notices it's you, and like, and like he notices you all and says, "Ah, hello, I am Malak. Pleased to meet you." And none of you can understand him because he's still speaking Leonin. He does not speak Common.
He's all right. Talos turns to everyone. He says, he's saying hello to all of you, and he's introducing himself as Malak. This is this is my brother, my older brother.
Oh, and she just waves.
Sorry,
Heaven
go ahead.
bows and places a hand on her chest. Heaven.
Like he you just hear like you're sure he said something. You're sure he said something, but you just hear growling, like because that's what Leonin sounds like.
Heaven looks at Talos. Congratulations.
He said, "It's a pleasure to meet all of you." Well, 2 of you specifically.
Yeah, and then looks at Rudy. Oh, great, another elf.
Yes, I've heard it already. This is Rudy. She was actually my first traveling companion.
And like he like looks her down up and down. She looks fragile.
Oh, trust me, she is anything but. I made the mistake of thinking she needed my protection badly, but she can actually handle herself well in a fight.
Rudy is actually not paying attention. She's staring in the direction of a certain prisoner.
One moment. Are you actively trying to stay out of his line of sight?
Yes.
In that case, go ahead and roll stealth. This is not going to be hard.
Yeah, but it is Rudy.
Yes, and okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll.
I saw that coming.
Yeah. Well, don't forget you do have remember you do have the ability that gives you an extra 1d4, but that's not going to matter. He rolled a nat 20. So off in the distance, he sees he's like looking around. He's like, oh, and he's like looking around and like like you see him. You think you see him. You think you see him turn his head and then stop, and then off in the distance you just hear, "Hey, Rudy, Rudy!"
Rudy puts all her elven training to the test and just stares.
Can you get me out? It's so good to see you. Can you get me out of here? There's been a bit of a misunderstanding.
Sheila stands right next to Rudy and just waves back.
Hi.
Yeah, Rudy doesn't respond. It's rude.
Malak just looks to this exchange. Well, he just looks to. Well, sorry, Talos looks at this exchange and he looks at Malak and he says, in case you couldn't tell, Rudy and the elf over there are related.
Oh, I thought they looked alike, but I didn't want to be rude. Anyway, and then he just wrapped his head, and then he just like wraps, wraps his head. Danae, tell, Danae, get out here. He put, and she pokes her head out. This is not the time. And what I'm mixing is very delicate. Talos. Good to see you. And then you hear, and you all see, sipping out of the tent, you see this woman.
Hello, Danae.
And you met Malak first. How unfortunate for you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? And like, anyway, so you had fun out to the wild world.
It's certainly an interesting place. A lot of interesting females out there as well.
Like, looks at your entire adventuring party. Indeed.
It is entirely a coincidence, I swear.
Right. And then, like, at that point, like, Adrian says, "Yeah, yes, over here, this way," and she rolls her eyes and just like points out a finger. You shut up. She says and she says, actually in common this time. You can actually, and Danae can actually speak common, and she just lobs a firebolt at him.
Oh, thank goodness. You speak the universal language, English.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see if it is. Okay. Okay. It just goes. It goes past. It goes past his head, and just whizzes over the ship. If that's currently at the dock, and chaos, you see that it go by. We will get to that in a moment. But okay, as you guys as you all catch up, Rudy, it looks like you want to do something.
Yes. I am going to casually approach the tied up elf that I totally have no relation to. And I'm going to cast Sleeping Draught. Oh, that didn't work.
Hold on, let me pull up your thing. Yeah, third party spell. Yeah, like try clicking it. Try click. Yeah, like I'm gonna try clicking on it. Yeah, there we go.
Weird, but yeah, I'm gonna cast that on him.
Okay, go ahead and roll 9d8. So, okay, explain what it looks like.
So, Rudy just slowly walks over at a very neutral walking pace and just lifts her hand and flicks the spell at her brother.
Yeah, so I imagine like you take out. I imagine you take out and uncork a vial, because draught is a kind of potion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you take it out, just basically just throw it at him like a Molotov cocktail.
No, just a casual throw. Like Rudy is not the kind of person that would, punt some, full force throw something.
She's not the sort to. She's not the sort to ditch something.
yeah. So, Rudy, thank God you've come to get me out of here, and you brought me a drink.
You brought me a drink.
So I drunk it.
Oh, and then the Leon in standing guard are Cesar, who I believe you Rudy have not met yet. Yeah, I think only Seal has met her so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Her and oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Rudy turns and begins to head back to the other group.
Yeah, and the badger is sitting by the fire next to Cesar. Also, kind of it raises its head and just acknowledges it's her. I don't know what sound badgers make.
But yeah, after that, Rudy just starts heading back to the group.
Okay.
It's gone eerily quiet for some reason.
And maybe my fireball killed him.
I hope not.
I mean, odd that you care, but okay. So,
Well, I mean,
what exactly are you doing here? And we're actually gonna cut away. You're gonna cut away from me for the moment to switch over to our newcomer. So, Gregor, you've been so after making your way to Sofia, you made your way to Sofia about a couple of days ago. Like you stayed in the city. Like you spent. You went. Words. You went. You spent the first day just touring the city, kind of like getting a feel for the area, learning enough of the customs that not to make a complete idiot of yourself, etc. And yesterday, like your target is at the headwaters of this river. So yesterday you chartered basically you booked passage on sort of a cargo riverboat that would basically head to the fire main encampment, like the name of the encampment of this Leonin pride, to basically take you part way. So it is. Been a bit of a trip. Question: does Gregor get seasick?
Let's say yes.
Well, go ahead and roll Constitution then.
All right. Wait, crap! I did the wrong one.
No, this is the right one actually. I meant to save if.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot to say save. That was my bad.
Good thing I messed up anyway.
Yeah, it's the same roll anyway. And because, well, yeah. So, yeah, you feel a bit queasy, but you manage to keep it together fairly well. And it's getting to sort of end of the afternoon. And the boat pulls up onto a dock. Basically, the dock. You're at the. If you haven't found yourself yet, you are at the very leftmost portion of the map.
I see.
Yeah. So you should have control of the token.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. There's a gangplank is lowered here. And you are led onto the dock.
So to move, you want to click your token so you can see the HP and all that, and then you want to click and hold, and you'll be able to drag and move it. and then to move it to the new location you just release.
So like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And-
Gregor steps off the boat.
And if you're holding your token and you press Q, you will see a ruler appear.
Yeah.
This can help you measure during combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is going to be real handy.
Yeah.
You may continue now.
Yeah. So, earlier you saw that as you were heading into port, you saw that firebolt just sail over the docks, and you were like, oh, what the fuck? And now that you're getting off, it's about, I'll say it's about a minute. After the fire after Rudy's little sleeping spell. Oh, and the elf. The first thing you see is this elf who's been basically hog-tied to a post on top of this rock. And he's unconscious, but he appears to be unconscious, but just coming to. And so you can feel free to just like move along or ignore him as you wish. But as he comes to, this is what he says. He spots you, and here's what he says. Oh, hey, you, my good sir, you look like a man of the cloth, do you not?
Gregor nods.
Excellent. I don't suppose you can help get me out of here. Like, I'm in a terrible situation. These Leonin have, they have arrested me and tied me to this post over a terrible misunderstanding, and my own sister has just betrayed me most cruelly. Like, you seem a noble soul. Certainly, you could spare the time to help me get out of here.
Gregor says, like, your story is truly tragic. I will certainly help. I would not. I would be truly, I'd be truly evil to leave you tied to this post.
Yeah, you don't even need to roll insight. You can tell this guy's full of shit.
Is there anyone else I can speak to?
There's me, and then like this, and then like this like lady leaning in over here. She waves you over. Yeah,
Gregor walks past the tied up man to approach this.
Yeah, like basically walk around on the dock.
What? So wait, what?
And down to the left, up north.
So like here?
Yeah, well, she's here. Well, she's here, but like, there's technically no footpath over there. Like, this rock is like raised.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's like sort of a bit of a hill.
So how do I get to her then?
Click and drag. Yeah. So, what do you need to know?
Well, first off, I'd like. Is there some sort of battle going on? I saw a fireball.
Did it? And like, you see now, you looking up close, you see at this point, and she, like, at this point, you can see like she's halfway through a bottle of alcohol. At this point. Where did it come from?
I don't remember the name of the city.
No, wait, no. Where did the firebolt come from?
It came from around here. Like
I didn't.
I point. Gregor points towards like the other side.
Oh, that. I would imagine. I would imagine it would. It is aimed at our prisoner. Did it hit him?
It's not as far as I can tell.
Oh, shame. No, you don't need to worry. That's just the prisoner angering everybody.
Is that so?
Yeah. Like. Sorry. Sorry. This has been a trying day. Caesar. My name is Caesar.
Gregor reaches a hand forward to shake hands.
She takes it.
It's nice to meet you. Caesar, was it?
Yeah.
My name is Gregor, the cleric.
Oh. Like, I see. Not here to preach, are you?
No, sir. I mean,
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. Good. Like, roll a quick history check. Okay, yeah, like, you were okay, so I should have made you roll all this earlier, but you, yeah, it hits you right then. Oh yeah, you remember this. The Leonin are not big on gods. Like, there's some old bad blood there that they don't really like to talk about.
I've no interest in causing any trouble here.
Then okay, then why are you here?
I've come in search of an artifact.
Well, if you're after any kind of magic thing, old Creon's the one you want to talk about. To talk to, even.
Well, where can I find this person?
Okay, go across the bridge right there, and just head north. Head north and a bit to the east. His tent will be the big one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Gregor makes his way across the bridge.
Yeah. By the way, the rest of you will probably have you've moved inside the tent by now.
Fair enough.
Rather than stand out in the sun. Yeah. Yeah. So Caesar directed you to this tent over here.
The one in the top right corner?
Yeah, top corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you around the trees, you see two relatively young Leonin, both females. It looks like. Basically, he's sprinkling what looks like some kind of dust and of powder into the fire.
Gregor. Gregor, wait.
Like both chanting something under their breath.
Gregor steps forward toward them.
One moment. Okay, yeah, they don't. Neither of them really notices you. They both seem pretty caught up in what they're doing.
So Gregor decides not to disturb them and makes his way toward the tent.
Yeah. Okay, so as you approach it, you hear. Oh yeah, like you hear someone talking to himself. You think?
Uh,
Like
Greg,
you hear one person talking.
Gregor calls out, "Hello."
Come in, and you know that's yeah. And I assume you just go in.
Yeah.
So, going inside, you see a very well laid out tent. It's clearly like there's like shelves of there's some magical instruments and crystals here and there. Like a lot of the stuff is way more settled in than a lot, and most of the stuff in this city. Like there's like potions and what looks like some magical crystals on the shelves. There appear to be a couple of tablet. It's with what you recognize to be sort of the local variants of scrolls, of magical scrolls. And in the middle of it all, sitting on a chair, is this wizened old Leonin man, and holding up a skull and apparently arguing with it. Well, yeah. He's a customer. He's a customer. You're not supposed to be rude to them. Oh, that's just petty. Well, you'll just have to fucking deal with it then. And then he looks up to you. I'm sorry, sir. Can I help you? Someone's being difficult. He says. He says, like looking back at the skull.
Hello. You seem to be a practicer of magic.
Ah, practicer, huh? Is that what they call it these days? What can I do for you?
I've been searching for some magical artifacts. Have there been anything spotted lately?
Not that I'm really aware of. No. Are you after something specific?
Yes, but I'm afraid the details are a little confidential.
No worries, no worries. He looks you up and down. Ah, cleric. Whatever. You're not really hiding it at all. Like, Sylvester's heraldry is just like plain to see on you. Okay, so I mean, there's an old old temp. I mean, well, do you have any idea where? I might be able to advise you. I might be able to advise you on what you might find there, at least.
I've been told it's near a river.
I mean, you're near a river right now. Can you be more specific?
I'm sorry, I genuinely forget some of the details right now.
Okay. I feel like okay. So first of all, this is why you take notes.
Noted.
Yeah. Second of all, I'll give you this one as a freebie because you're new. Udarak told you it would be at the headwaters.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm I was told it'd be near the headwaters.
Headwaters, huh? Well, if there was anything well, I could see that. And the only thing I know about the headwaters is there's a giant's graveyard there, and who knows what those guys got up to.
I see.
Yeah. Well, there's that, and well, also the Forbidden Temple, temple, but I wouldn't go there these days. A bunch of gnolls have set up there. Nasty business. They're trying some. They sent us a threatening letter. I understand. In which, that's cute.
What kind of threat?
I don't know. Oh. I only know, that the matron read it and then laughed.
So I suppose there isn't much danger then?
Probably not.
Well, I appreciate your assistance, sir.
Of course. If you need any other advice or if you've any interest in my wares, feel free.
Gregor looks around.
Like, there's a bunch of scroll. There's a ton of there's quite a few potions and scroll lying around. There's also a glowing red gem, and that catches your eye, as well as and as well as some large basically a few what looks like a large reptilian tooth on a necklace.
Hey, Neku,
Yeah.
is your little dragon guy actually at that tent?
I'm trying to head over there.
Yeah,
I
I noticed that at I'm that's definitely gonna be eat Gregor's passive perception. So we'll so you're there and you and sneaking around, you see a blonde and somewhat dark-skinned human man and in armor bearing the heraldry of Sylvester.
Oh, hang on here. I remember something. You mentioned something. I'm gonna PM it to you.
So,
There we go.
While you're doing,
Yeah, I mentioned that. Okay, so next is still likes to be playful, so she's gonna whisper some things through hope next to the man, but trying to hide behind him still, just to mess with him.
Okay. What do you whisper?
What are you doing standing right at the entrance? So people are trying to get through.
Gregor turns around and tries to see where the sound came from.
No, not over there. Over here.
Yeah, I assume you're still hiding.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Gregor, you do not see where this is coming from.
Who said that? Gregor calls out.
Hold on, I want to see. Before you do anything else, I want to see if Creon notices this. And there's a. Oh yeah, he does.
Oh damn.
He's got a very high perception score.
Nice.
He looks around and.
Oh, I'm glad he's a shit poster too. Nice. Okay, so.
Yeah.
It's your conscience.
Excuse me?
What are you doing in this tent?
I've come searching for things.
Are you sure this is the man you need to talk to?
Any help is helpful.
And then like the small little dragon will pop up right in front of your face after coming out of hiding.
Gregor like sort of like stumbles, like he's a bit like startled.
Heaven, you would notice CeeLo is completely still and not responding to anything. In fact, her eyes are closed.
Yeah. Like, right, for all you can tell, CeeLo's just sleeping with her, even while standing up.
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah.
So I poke her.
Nothing happens.
I poke harder.
Still nothing.
Still
Gilligan cut back to Creon's tent.
There is a dragon in your face.
Yeah, like if you wait, no, has Hope been seen yet?
Yes, CeeLo just said that they poked their face right in front of.
Okay, so Gregor, you see a tiny purple dragon looking up at you.
Gregor's like sort of startled and like takes a step back, like Whip.
Like, well, you're new. Like he says, looking at Hope.
That is correct.
Like he sniffs. It's been a while since I've met a fellow practitioner, as the kids are apparently calling it these days. My apprentices I do their best, but it's really not the same.
Oh, is that what they call it now? Hope just makes it like a small chuckle at herself.
Apparently, according to this guy, he's just pointing at Gregor.
Practitioner.
What? Who are you? Gregor just completely lost.
Oh, I'm just a wandering dragon. Nothing too special about me. My master is more special.
And who is your master then?
Oh, ain't that the good mystery question of the day? Oh, these are nice scrolls. What do you normally sell for these scrolls?
Oh, well, what have you got? We don't use gold here. You understand? We trade and we barter.
I understand. I'll be right back then.
All
And
right.
with a graceful bow, and like landing on like while landing on Gregor's head to make the bow, Hope would just start off.
Okay, so smash cut. Smash cut. Smash cut to Talos family's tent, and Heaven. Danae has the same idea as you. She hands you some of the body paint that Leonin warriors use.
Heaven grins in thanks and starts painting funny images on CeeLo's face. You know, like a curly mustache and a monocle.
Rudy's just
Okay, roll. I'm not going to make you roll to do it. Roll dexterity for the quality of the drawings.
Rudy's just going to briefly say, you know, she'll consider that an improvement, right?
It's all in good fun.
You draw, like, if it wasn't made out of paint, you could almost mistake it. Like, if you had the right shade, this would be a masterful makeup work. You draw high quality horn rimmed glasses and a spiffy handlebar mustache on CeeLo. I say spiffy handlebar mustache as not quite knowing what that actually is, but I read it in a book somewhere and it sounded fancy.
It's the mustache that looks like handlebars.
It's the classic villain mustache.
Yeah, you know, the V-shaped one.
It is fancy though.
Yeah, like I just keep hearing it used to it being used by like British officers back in World War I. That's where I keep hearing it from.
Anywho,
Like,
Sorry about that.
says it goes. Oh, have that another one. Okay, so you're so you're going to the Forbidden Temple. So says Malik.
In essence, we are, yes.
Okay, so clearly the okay, so blink twice if you are being held hostage by these crazy women who are forcing you to do crazy suicidal things.
Talos just stares at him. Malik, I'm not delusional. I know what I'm doing.
Well, clearly not. Your time in the outside world has made you go mad.
Yes, but it's also given me some, well, interesting powers, I suppose you could say.
You haven't made a deal with the demon, have you?
I'm not that stupid.
That's not the right character.
Oh, welcome
No, it
back, Sealer.
seems more of... Oh. But yeah, he actually takes a moment to look at Seal and he's... God's sake. I'm trying to have a conversation with my brother, you two. Could you stop?
What did I do now?
He was... Sorry, not you, Rudy. I'm referring to these two. He points to his sister and Heaven.
Hilo's still asleep.
Oh,
Quote,
I thought you were coming back. Okay.
No, sorry. But yeah, he sighs and he says, "All right." But yeah, it's strange, Malik. Ever since I left, I've been receiving these powers as I've feel like I've grown stronger as an individual, but it's strange. It's power that feels similar to that of used by those clerics, but at the same time, it feels different.
Okay, I know you haven't sworn yourself to any god. Like, if you did that, then you have truly gone mad.
I haven't sworn myself to any god, but, well, this was something that I did talk with Rudy about before, and, well, we've sort of come to the conclusion that it's more on belief than actually swearing myself to any sort of god. But it's also confusing, and it honestly just makes my head hurt a little.
It's magic. What else is new? So, you're actually doing this. You're actually going up to the Forbidden Temple.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time I went into a ancient scary ruins.
Okay, but were those ancient scary ruins overrun by gnolls?
There was a manticore that called it its nest.
The fuck is a manticore?
Basically, it looks like it's a giant bipedal version of us, and it talks, and it's, well, I don't know. It's kind of weird to explain, but it's a monster.
Eh.
I
I take it Rudy's using that to show. The thing.
yeah.
Oh. What the fuck?
Ended up chopping its head off and taking it as a trophy.
You have it here?
Okay, so out of character, that's something we've kind of haven't really established too much, have we?
Okay,
Last we
We'll
even
say-
spoke about what... Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, the neck was a bit of a mess by the time you actually got it off.
So Talos does still have it with
Yeah,
him
like-
in his backpack? Or...
I mean, I feel like it would have started to smell by now. So
Probably, yeah.
yeah, like, well, yeah, like, we'll say it's we'll say for now that it's back in London. and Rook, we can sort out what you did with it later.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to derail that. But yeah,
No worries, no worries. Like,
but yeah, Talus just shakes his head and he says, "Oh no, I left it back in Lundrock."
well,
I mean, if I'm being entirely honest with you, I was carrying it for quite a while and it started to smell.
yeah. Speaking of smell, I'll Talos make a perception check real quick.
Sure, give me a minute. Perception.
Oh yeah, that's enough. Something's burning.
But yeah, but as Talus mentions burning, he says, "Wait, is someone cooking something?"
I mean, I'm working on my oh god, I left it unattended, and like in the background, like Heaven and Danae have just been messing around with the paint a little bit it more, and it is on the verge of just devolving into a full-fledged paint fight. And when you say that, it's like, oh my god, I left it unattended. And then she like sprints back to the cauldron and Odin just like lifts it off the fire.
At that moment, Hope has returned, and Scylla sees her own like body, and then then the effect wears off on her, and she glares at the people in the room.
Heaven's hiding the brush behind her back.
Danae just points at Heaven and says, "She did it."
Heaven's like, "What? It ain't me. It wasn't me. It was you.
No, it was you.
It was you.
It was you.
It was you.
It was you."
I'm gonna hurt both of you in a minute.
Hey, Talos, I like this one, she says, pointing at Heaven. Can we keep her?
You promised to feed her twice a day.
Actually,
okay, do you, like, you say that and like, you, Danae, and Malak cast your mind back to the last few times, and that had to be said to Danae. She is not a good pet owner.
On second thought, but let's say she can visit us during the summer, I suppose.
It's the Valley of Life and Death. It's always summer here.
Rudy is going to approach CeeLo and then ask, "Where were you?"
I was doing a bit of scouting. What I normally do.
Did you find anything interesting?
Yes, but first I'm gonna wash this paint off.
Rudy just taps her with a finger on the forehead.
Question: how tall is Rudy?
I had her as the shortest of her family, but I mean that's ultimately up to that's ultimately up to you.
Is
I
that
keep thinking
that?
Taller than I thought. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually shorter than Rudy.
Yeah, still almost a foot shorter than her oldest brother, but whatever.
Anyway, I cast Prestidigitation, blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Yes, and that is clean, I guess.
I cast Tattoo Begone.
What? Like, Danae looks at you and says, "That's cheating."
Now will you answer the question?
Yeah, I found a shop that had a bunch of scrolls in it.
Rudy is out. She straight up turns in place and is out.
Hey, wait, I found it first.
Just the mere mention of, I found a shop that has some scrolls in it.
Okay, Okay, so both of you roll athletics to see who gets there first, because I assume that you're both running.
No, Rudy isn't running. They just straight up pivoted and started walking towards the place.
I thought I was under the impression that this was going to turn into a race. Okay.
I thought so too.
It's Rudy.
Yeah.
It's Rudy. She wins.
Hope hide again. By the way.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, not as skillfully this time. So, Gregor, I assume you're inside the tent and at this point and not standing in the doorway.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, then walking in, you see a relatively young-looking elf of girl in glasses and a very heavy-looking blue cloak, just striding in purposefully, and following behind her is a red-headed satyr girl in a green coat, which is not quite reflected acted on her token because that was is made prior to a design change, but well, she's wearing green right now.
Okay.
Same style though, but yeah, just green.
Like
so I don't do I see the dragon?
Yeah, you would this time. Yeah, it is curled around the satyr's shoulders.
Gregor or says oh, it's you again. Are you that thing's master?
Thing? How dare you? Hope is a very elegant little baby dragon that I made.
And a fine job, and a fine job you did too. Says a voice from the back, and you see this same like wizened old Lenin. And Rudy, you do a cursory glance around, and you don't see any scrolls. You just see a bunch of like bark tablets with words on them. And so, new customer. So, new customers, I take it. May I have your names?
Rudy.
Creon.
CeeLo.
Creon. And he points at the skull that's like on the nearest shelf. Oh, and that's Jimmy. He said, "Hello, Jimmy." Well, no need to be rude. Oh, that's just an insult. Yeah, you be quiet for now. And he's just like, it goes back to having this argument with an inanimate skull.
Rudy continues looking through the scrolls.
Yeah. Most of them appear to be a lot more druidy than you're generally used to.
Are there any that would be of interest to Rudy?
Well, let me check.
So Gregor, right?
Yes.
What brings you to this area?
I'm here. I'm a man on a mission, you see. How about you?
Passing by ourselves. Trying to head up to a very dangerous looking temple.
Okay, so Rudy, you only see a few of scrolls. Like, okay, well, actually, one moment.
All right. Well, continue, CeeLo, careless.
Yeah, continue.
You don't seem to be from around these parts.
No, where I'm from is not that so far, but it is a good journey. Though, I noticed by the look of your armor, it looks a little familiar to something I have, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what would that be?
That is the question now, isn't it? He just smiles softly. Well, where are you heading anyway?
I'm heading towards the headwaters.
Headwaters. Oh, where the Giants' graveyard is, I believe. You have a side mission up there.
Ah, well, I'm currently without a crew.
This area, you'll be dead within a week. Very dangerous area called Valley of Life and Death, after all.
Yes. I didn't initially come here alone, but my original party seems to have gone their own way.
Yeah. Like they were contracted to get you to Safia, and that is what they have done. Like,
Also, one of them tried to rob you.
Also that, yes.
They were quite the characters.
So, as you're discussing this, Rudy, there are a few ones that there are a few spots that like there's a bunch of them. Most of them seem designed like you recognize basically the principles behind them. They seem designed more for druids and warlocks, but there are a few that wizards can use.
Yeah, which ones?
There is a cantrip, which I if there is a low level scouting spell. And there are and there are a couple that are too strong for you to learn at the moment. That one and
I want that one.
Yeah, so those are the four you found that wizards can learn.
Chaos, we can hear talking in the background.
I was about to say.
Yes. Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I want that spell.
Yeah.
I better be able to learn that spell one day.
It is available to warlocks.
Yes.
Yeah, like you are also able to understand this one, but like he sees you looking at that. Oh, that one. That's a fun one. And but I'm but whenever I try to I use it and I can't, and I get hauled before the clan matron and told that such things are dangerous and not for people to mess with and blah blah blah.
Yeah, she seems like a stickler.
All right. Rudy's going to look to the guy and say, "And you said it's trade based, yes?"
I'm sorry. Out of character. What did you say?
And you said, and it's trade based, yes?
If you want these, well, what have you got? And then like that, yeah, and like if you want to browse, like there are some things he has besides scrolls.
I'm a browse.
Okay, well, you find what looks like a large reptilian tooth on a necklace. It's after seeing that last scroll, you can kind of guess what it's for. Like you see a few oceans. Most of them are centered around dealing with wildlife. You also see a couple of glowing red gems.
What are glowing red gems?
Oh, those. Oh. Yeah, you can use those to summon something very nasty to fight by your side, but it only works once.
What kind of nasty thing? Gregor asks.
An angry rage monster made out of fire.
Do you have spell components?
Uh,
As in, does he have the components to write spells in my book?
It might not be what you're used to, but I'm like he like roots around here. I'm still not seeing what you're offering for my stuff though.
Yeah.
CeeLo steps forward. Ah, I see you are a man of fine trade. Good eyes, as they would say. Well, I do got some things I can offer for you.
And do pray tell. I always always it's fun and to meet ones and with such a clever tongue. And it's a nice change from and from these hairy brutes that I usually deal with.
Sela shows the golden mask that she took from the dead body of that from all the way down to Lundra.
Ooh, what's that do?
Normal ordinary mask from a dead corpse that was part of a undead ritual army.
Oh,
Back in Lundra.
Now that is something truly interesting.
See, it's back from a man named Nicomedes. This is one of his soldiers.
I'm gonna see if he recognizes that name. It's a pretty big name, but this is a pretty remote location.
Yeah, I getcha.
And clearly a pretty not all there man.
That is true. Well, yeah, I don't know who that is, but it sounds really impressive. Okay, I can give you one of the bigger scrolls for that.
Okay. Sounds like a good deal on that bargain. And also, I do have this rod right here that was able to make stuff stay put, I were to say so. And she shows off the rod that Hope has.
The immovable rod?
The immovable rod.
He knows. Oh, he already knows what that is. Oh. The things I could get up to with that. Are you sure you want? Are you sure you want to give it up? Oh God, this out of character. This voice is doing a number on my throat. 1 second while I get a drink.
You poor thing.
I heard him go an entire session using a goblin voice. This man is a fucking trooper.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. But I lack in skill, I make up for it in stamina.
It's all about staying power.
Yeah.
I mean, who needs smoking if you can do this?
Speaking of, Rudy, what would you like?
And it won't fuck up my lungs, just my throat.
Just throat.
There's that.
All right. Now,
Well,
where were we?
Well, the main thing I want to ask about is, see, I've got a scroll of Dispel Magic, but when we leveled up, I also got Dispel Magic because I forgot I had the scroll, and I've already used Dispel Magic.
Okay,
So I'm not sure if I should, like, retcon that I don't have Dispel Magic, or say I have Dispel Magic and I also have a scroll, or
You've used the spell already, so I'm gonna say that's locked in.
yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll just place down the scroll of Dispel Magic.
Okay. Not uncommon, but definitely a good one to have. I'll give you both the baby ones for this. And he slides over Gust Barrier and Elevated Sight.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Are you sure you want that, Rudy? You don't want anything else?
I would be interested in the stellar bodies, but I do not have anything else to trade.
Hold
no,
on for a minute.
He just traded you the Stellar Bodies one. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear.
Oh, is that for the golden mask?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That's what I was aiming for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seeds of Death, you're gonna need something a bit more substantial than that. Like this, like that is high magic.
Oh yeah, no worries. I was just making sure we got the one I care about.
Oh, so you want stellar bodies?
No, I'm gonna give it to you. I'll learn that spell eventually.
Okay.
Let me double check to see if Warlocks even can get that one. I believe they can, but
well, I'm that kind of warlock. I'm assuming I would be able to. I'm hoping so anyway.
I'm afraid it's not a Warlock spell.
Alrighty, but back to this.
Yeah,
I'll give you 100. I'll give you 100 gold for it. How does that sound, CeeLo?
Now you give me a favor.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask for that.
Phil, if it makes you feel better, you can get a stronger version of Stellar Bodies once you hit level 13.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That does make me feel better. Thank you, though, for reminding me of that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As for the gems, what do you value the gems at?
Oh, I mean, those gems like that, like those ones, have come in mighty handy to me. For those in the past, as I don't have many of them left. What would you? Well, what have you got? Well, like throw something in, and we'll see what we go from there.
Alrighty. CeeLo unattunes to one of her tattoos, the coiling grasp.
The one you used.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm unattuning the coiling grasp and throwing in the immovable rod.
Oh. Okay. That would get well, that would get you the Seeds of Death or one of the gems.
How strong are these creatures in that gem?
Well, they're angry rage monsters made of fire. I'd say they can do quite a bit of damage if you want them to.
I'll take one of the gems. How many gems do you have in total? I see a few, but I'm just curious.
You know what this Gust Barrier spell reminds me of?
What?
True Strike. You spend an action to cast a spell that lasts 1 round to get disadvantage on a ranged attacks.
Yeah,
it'll be pushed away.
And to blow away melee attacks.
Yeah, I was just saying it reminds me of True Strike.
Yeah,
half of it is True Strike. The other half.
Oh no, it's the anti True Strike.
Yeah.
And honestly, I could actually get.
It's honestly, a full strike.
I could honestly see this being marginally more useful than True Strike.
Yeah, just the secondary ability alone.
Yeah, and honestly, like True Strike isn't as useless as everyone thinks. People just keep using it wrong. Like it has a use, but anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and. Okay, here you go. Silo, you've now got this. Okay,
Oh,
what you do is you break the gem.
Yeah.
And then it summons the angry fire monster.
Very well. Very well.
It'll stick around for about
Love
an hour.
it. I fucking love that's how he describes it.
Yeah, like a scholarship is not high in the fire main in Pride.
So a red corundum elemental gem. Got it.
So have you got? Rudy, have you got all that all the scrolls written down?
Yeah, they're written down in my inventory.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna delete all these.
I haven't gotten their descriptions down, just that they exist.
So that was
They should be. Oh, they should be. They should be within the compendium, and for those ones, except ends with the exception of Seeds of Death.
Okay.
Yeah, because Seeds of Death is in my compendium, but and I do not believe it will be in yours. Not unless you own the same source book.
I hear.
alrighty. So my question is, that was for the immovable rod and the coiling grasp tattoo, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Is there any other items he has besides the red jewels? That does seem like a fair trade to me.
There, nothing really leaps out at you. Like there's a few potions. There's some potions around that you haven't really investigated closely.
I'll look at the potions.
Yep. Well, a couple will like catch your eye and is like, interested in my healing potions, are you? They're my own special recipe. A bit more potent than what you'll find in most towns.
Oh, is that so?
Yep.
They're
not what you're probably thinking, and he's going to explain. Okay, I'm gonna just go and make that available too. So like he's going to explain exactly what to expect.
Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if you, I'd be willing to throw that in. I'd be willing to throw one of those in with the gem. And they're easy enough for me to make. And well, those are some good. Those are some good. Those are some. He looks at strokes the immovable rod a bit. Oh, I'm going to have fun with you.
Yes, I'll take that with the red gem for the immovable rod and the tattoo, if you don't mind.
Will do. And he slides it over to you. Who grabs the thing.
Ready?
He's like, okay. Let's see. He starts examining the tattoo needle. What secrets are you hiding?
That'll be a fun one when you figure it out. I'll let you figure it out, though. Not too dangerous, I hope.
Indeed. He's got one of those appraising those magnifying glass that those weird mini telescope / magnifying glass things that appraisers use.
Yeah, the gold.
Yeah, he's running it under one of those right now.
Alrighty. Well, Gregor, now let's go back to our conversation. Are you wanting to have a party?
Yes. Hopefully one that's a little bit more trustworthy than the last one.
In all fairness, only one of them wound up being untrustworthy.
They were it was a very significant.
Oh, don't worry. Trustworthy is part of my middle name. Oh, that's the lowest deception I ever rolled.
Yeah, you're usually so good at that. Well, go ahead and roll insight.
I will go get the others.
Oh, that was me. Let me find it.
Yeah, you heard the part of.
Oh no, I got played today.
I'm going to go get the others and tell them that we found just go to the other tent and say, "Can you follow me, please?" And then just walk out.
Wait, she wants me to follow her?
That's Rudy. She's more of a not many words kind of person.
Yeah.
Not you, Talos and Heaven.
Yeah, she went to fetch a chalice in heaven.
Oh right,
yeah. At this point, Danae is trying. Is like just frantic. Is just like frantically trying to put out the small fire. Go with them. Go with her. I have this under control.
Talos just sighs and he stands up and he says, Mother and Father will be very cross if you burn down the hut again. But yes, he looks to Malik and he says, I do actually have something to share with the family once we're all back together again, so I'll keep it a surprise for now.
Well, I mean, it's probably going to be a bit. Mother and father are out leading an expedition to scout new hunting grounds, and it's probably going to be a few weeks yet. And Ophelia is back at that monastery.
Ah, I see. Well, such as it is. Oh, I'll see you in a bit, Malik. It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
Just in case, Evan, you are muted if you're trying to speak. Again, just in case.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Talos says, all right, Heaven, let's go.
Yeah. Malak is just like grabs just a burlap sack. I can just starts headed over to the river to just soak it in water so he can like help put out this fire.
Evan just follows.
Hang
on.
Rudy will half-heartedly motion towards the new figure and then motion towards the others.
Gregor reaches his hand forward to shake Talos's hand and says, "Hello, I am Gregor the cleric."
You introduce yourself by profession?
Indeed I do.
He kind of raises an eyebrow, but he's polite enough to take your hand and shake. Pleasure to meet you, Gregor.
Yeah, by the way, Gregor, in case I don't think I've mentioned yet, every Leonin you've met so far has been about 2 feet taller than you.
Good to know.
Yeah, you're pretty much in a proverbial, you're pretty much in a proverbial town of giants. Talos in particular, he's, just to give you out of context, he's about 7'3".
Nice.
So, I take it you met Rudy and CeeLo here?
Yes, they told me you're all heading towards the temple.
The temple on the plateau. We are, yes.
Well, I'm heading towards the headwater on a special mission. So, I believe our parties could maybe, I'm not really in a party, but I was hoping we could combine forces. It's a very dangerous place after all.
Well, what do you all think?
Zilla walks over to Talos and just whispers, "Don't mind him, he talks weird. But I'll call him Greggy."
He just kind of slowly nods.
Zilla just gives a thumbs up.
Yeah. And then at that point, Creon's little gut. Ah, Talos, you've returned. Reconsider being my test subject, have you?
I'm still thinking about it. Still thinking about it.
And remember what I said about the benefits? Well, look at Jimmy. He accepted, and he did just fine. And he gestures at the skull, at the skull on the shelf again.
I'm all inside of this guy. Trying to.
That's what you fucking need to.
One moment while I find my die.
I'm all inside of this guy.
Hey, you are in the house of a mad scientist.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah. So Talos, you don't need to roll insight. You know perfectly well that he's fucking with everybody.
I know. I grew up with this man in my fucking village, and I know how.
Yeah, like you. He tried. Like he tried to take you under his wing at one point, but the idea of being a warlock always made you uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Talos just kind of nods and he says, "Well, good to see you're still in good spirits."
Indeed. like he's analyzing one of the needles and like while like at least occasionally like just glancing excitedly towards the immovable rod.
Oh, I traded the immovable rod, Talos. Hope you didn't eat it.
I can do my morning exercises without it.
Well, let's get going. We're wasting daylight.
Yes, well said, Gregor. Like,
says.
I
mean,
Renee is already walking out of the tent.
You've already wasted quite a bit. I think setting out tomorrow might be the best idea.
Fair enough. My family can put us up for the evening.
Like normally there wouldn't be room in the tent, but like about half of you are kind of away at the moment, so.
All right, we'll spend the night.
Yeah.
Rudy, we gotta spend the night.
Fine.
Too dark.
I suppose it's a good opportunity to introduce you to my family, Gregor.
How do I turn around?
Right-click your token, and then click Choose Side.
Oh, I see.
There we
go.
There you go.
Yes, go ahead.
Bear in mind, my older brother, well, he doesn't speak common.
Ah.
Anyway, we'll rest the night.
Yeah. Okay, so when you arrive at the tent, like, they're just as putting out the fire now. Doesn't seem to have damaged the hut this time.
Improvement. But yeah,
yes.
for the sake of brevity, Talos does quickly introduce Gregor to his family that's currently present.
Oh, you found another one. And of all the time, you've picked up the habit of bringing home stray pets, brother. Says Malik.
And Talos just shrugs. Well, these particular pets are rather handy.
Mm. Yeah. Yes, like yes. The matron actually came by to have a word, and we can talk about that tomorrow, though.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you settle in like you know you have a nice meal, like the first home cooked meal you've had in a while. Uh, uh, well, it's Kruthic steaks. Funnily enough,
Nice.
yeah. I,
Epic.
yeah, like if you've ever had alligator meat, that's kind of what they taste like.
Hey, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Nice tender steak is still a tender steak.
Yeah, it's like naturally a bit spicier than beef. Yeah, and as you settle in for the night, Heaven, you have a dream.
Oh boy.
Once
Fun
more,
times.
you see flames rushing through your city. Once more, you see you see the goddess of magic floating above of it, summoning a bright light down on it. And then it goes past it, and you're standing. The Witch Queen is gone, and you're just standing in a smoking crater. Nothing left of your city.
Anything else?
Do you have anything? Well, we'll get your reaction first, and then and then we'll see where that goes.
Well, before the fireball, Heaven was going to try and fight Vierna, but then the crater, appeared, and she's like, "Oh God."
Yeah, like Vienna is gone at this point, and like there's nothing left but a giant crater. So I take it you're in a bit of a freak out right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you like freak out and scream for a while, and then a voice right next, and then a voice like a little bit behind you says, "Dreadful, isn't it? Isn't she?" Says a voice behind you.
I slowly turn my head.
You see this guy.
A fire genasi?
Sure. Arrogant, isn't she? Believe, thinking, taking what power she wants, no matter the consequences to others. So it has always been.
Evan decides to question this being. Why am I seeing this?
And I do not know, but you are seeing it. And I am here. It I do not know what it means, but it would seem that the Witch Queen is up to no good.
And who are you?
A friend, and one, and more than that, you need not know just yet. But I am bearing, but well, I have some knowledge of the Witch Queen that you may find, in that you it may interest you. Do you wish to hear it?
Insight check.
Uh,
He seems kind of sus.
yeah.
He's being kind of sus.
He doesn't seem sus at all. Like, this guy seems completely trustworthy, TM.
He has his own trademark. Shit.
Interested?
And thinks for a moment before speaking. Will this save my home?
It very well might.
And are there any strings attached?
Uh, well, nothing is free, but I do not think you will find the cost too egregious. The information I offer, I offer information and support.
What's your price?
Your aid in bringing her down.
Evan raises an eyebrow, but I'm just a bard. I'm
Oh,
no I'm no cleric or paladin or whatever
I,
holy order malarkey there is.
I do not know why these dreams have come to you, but they have, and you are in a position to take advantage of this information. In your king, your pharaoh, was it? He sent you out
Yes.
to determine the sort, to determine what was causing. He sent you and others out to determine what was causing the uh, ravaging your homeland, and I am in a position to help, to tell you what's causing it.
Piques Heaven's interest. She's still wary of him, but it's been a long time since she had a clue like this.
It The Witch Queen herself is directly responsible for it. In fact, I do not know if that was her intention, but her actions led to it.
Is there proof?
It is not none. In I have nothing that would hold up in any kind of court, but there is a pattern I can share with you. The Witch Queen was not always a god, you know. She was mortal once before she ascended. And like this, by the way, is not common knowledge. It's like
Yeah. Oh,
you don't know. You don't. I mean, you don't really know anything about Fierna, but her origins are a tightly kept secret.
all Heaven would know is that she came out of nowhere and just replaced their magic god.
Well, yeah. Now, well, not well. I mean, that's how it got fed to you. That's not quite what happened. Like Artoon was forgotten outside of your homeland, but no. But I had a simple pattern. She appeared out of nowhere 100 years ago, and 100 years ago was when the waters of your land started to dry up. Uh, coincidence?
I admit it is a bit convincing. Uh,
Her in how I watched her. I watched her. I watched her develop in her youth. A gifted young maid, grasping and arrogant, and she, and, and there was, and she would take what she wished, and she would take what she wished whenever she desired it. It is entirely and I do not know. I do not know what she hoped to accomplish by causing the drought, but she caused it.
and in exchange for this information, you want my kingdom to go to war against Verona.
Oh, that would be foolish. It's going to war against a goddess is whatever she once was. She is a goddess now with all the power that imply. As Arcrania would, well, I do not know who would win, but the war would be ruinous. No. I do not know. I do not yet know what the plan would be. Helping me find that out would be a large part of your part of the deal.
Heaven thinks for a moment.
If you accept, I can provide support, gifts.
I have just one question and one condition.
Yeah.
First, the question. When am I allowed to let my companions know of you?
Oh, that is up to you, but but I would think twice before doing so. Often the people people often do not understand. They might they, and they might try something drastic without understanding the situation.
Heaven figures in her own thoughts that such a thing will be taken slow. Start with like Rudy and Talos, then work her way down. With Gregor being the new guy, the last person to tell. Though it is debatable with CeeLo.
Ow.
And here's my condition.
Mm-hmm.
If this somehow ends up harming more than helping, whether it is whether it is harming my kingdom or anyone that is innocent, then consider this partnership closed.
I would never dream of harming your kingdom. It is her kingdom I wish to destroy.
Still, if anyone innocent gets hurt, the deal's off. Understand?
And I understand very well. And he holds out his hand to shake.
Heaven hesitantly holds out her hand before finally shaking his hand.
Yeah. As you do so, his entire body just lights up and then gets absorbed into yours. Oh, and like, and like, you go blind for a moment from the light, and then it fades, and then on the back, and then on the back, and then moving along your skin is basically, well, it looks like a tattoo of basically a snake made of flame, but it's like completely alive and mobile. Like it just slithers up around your skin.
Heaven immediately feels like she's done something stupid and is feeling like she's going to regret this.
Oh, don't, dear. Like you hear inside your head, I promise you, this is the best decision you have ever made.
Okay, out of character, that sent chills down my spine.
Well, damn, Edward, you're doing something right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pull up your character sheet and make and add a couple of things. First of all, add proficiency in intimidation because in just some special guidance he provides you. Next, you get this.
Wedward, you could probably do this after we wrap the session up.
Actually, yeah. So, and as the dream comes to a close, and as you accept this deal with this this strange, mysterious entity, that is we are going to leave off for the day.
Alrighty. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
I take this as a win.
Screw you, Neku.
All I'm saying. Why is everyone against me? Why am I against the world?